Nosotros trabajamos duro.
We don't want to get you gun for nothing. We want to buy it. Look, I have a gold watch with a gold chain. Made in your own country. The watch and the chain, they worth at least 200 pesos. Bueno, muchachos, vamos. Agarren la caballada y escóndala allá atrás. Se meten a la maleza. ¡Pronto! ¡Píquenle! ¡Vamos, vámonos!
Oye, bienvenidos, nosotros trabajamos duro. Oye, so eres aquí con Airric Qualls, because you know we always bring it back into English and all that here. They were T.K.E, Harrington, and again these are with the AK Film Group and all that. So we'll get into some questions, some film. But real quick, man, I just gotta ask you, dude. There's been rumor, whatever I heard around. You've been to some Diddy parties and you got to know Fleece, John Fleece.
No.
Name I can't remember.
You put him up to this, didn't you? No, don't you dare.
You know, we, Nosotros, we get calls every now. I can't reveal sources here.
No, I don't do Diddy parties.
I mean, you know, this man is everywhere. So,
hey man, whenever you got to make Gitas or whatever, hey.
No. Hey.
But anyway, man, we're glad you're here no matter what parties you've been to and all that.
Appreciate it, Chris. Appreciate it. It's always good to see you, bro.
Always good to see you guys, too. Real quick, I was going to say, not too long ago, I saw you with the film that I was in the you all producing everything, 38. What was that little get-together I saw? It seemed like it was a local Sacramento film festival? Or?
It's a kind of an interview. It was the interview, you know, Tasha Banks. I mean, not Banks.
oh, okay, yeah. We were.
Forgive me if I got your name wrong, by the way.
it is Tasha Banks. So she throws a quarterly film mixer.
Oh, okay.
At this nightclub downtown on K Street called Tiger.
Oh, all right.
And it's just called the Sacramento Creatives Mixer. And she invited us to be on her panel, and we brought the 38 poster, and yeah, we talked about 38 a little bit, and just AKA Film Group. Yeah, it was a good time.
Very fun.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
Yeah.
Cool. I was saying, now, how many films have you all kind of produced, directed, acted in, and all that?
Whew, just for our channel, about 38 going on.
Oh man, 38 for 38.
Yeah.
It's up there. We try to do. Well, the goal of the channel was to do it weekly.
Nice.
And that's hard, and so I'd say we probably shoot once every 2 weeks now.
All right.
But if I have an idea and I can find a shooter, I try to do weekly. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm jumping more behind the camera. Now I'm starting to take up directing. I'm going to be directing my first short next year. So for me, it's the same thing. Like he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We just find a shooter. I'll be like, hey man, I got this idea. He's like, okay, let's shoot it. Where he comes to me and be like, hey, I need you to write this. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's interesting. That almost sounds like, because I can't remember if I mentioned it to you, but that's like a thing that I'm trying to do right now, is just write these like 10-minute to however long horror shorts, just whatever ideas of mine, and then shoot those out. So I was going to say, I've seen like the ones that you've posted a lot, where I kind of was aware of that. You were doing like a lot of shorts and everything.
Yeah, I mean, we with the channel, they're like on average like 4 or 5 minutes long.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's what's easiest to do, something to do just within a day.
Oh, right.
Within less than 6 hours, because we don't want to keep anybody on set for that long. So in the scripts are like on average 4 to 5 pages too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's just quick.
Sometimes less than that.
Yeah, sometimes less than that. So yeah, very quick ideas, very cool ideas. So yeah, that's how we do the channel.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was going to say, one of the ones I saw you post recently was where you had the rain machine and everything.
Yeah. Ransom. Yeah, that idea.
Still in post production, if I recall.
Huh?
It's still in post production, isn't it?
Yeah. Still in post. Yeah. Ransom was an idea that just came about because a good friend of mine who was the DP on 38, Joey.
Yeah. Okay.
He was the DP for like the first 2 days. We were trying to schedule a short that we have been talking about for a long time to shoot but then he told me that. Well, then I told him, well, everyone's not available to get together in a quick amount of time who is supposed to be involved in it.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, we can still do something. Let me just figure out an idea. So that's when I just came up with this 2-page, super mini short film called Ransom. And then, yeah, we shot it. And it's in editing right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tight. Like I said, no, like that was one of the most recent ones I've seen. Cause that's I've yet to work with any kind of rain machine or anything like that. Is that the first time you've worked with one, or how often have you kind of brought that in?
I think that was my second time working with one before, and yeah, I forgot which time it was the first time, but yeah, the Ransom was the second time using it for sure. Yeah.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, did you end up like buying that, or did you just like know someone that kind of rented it from, or?
No, all that was Joey's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all that was Joey's. He just, we just got together, just had some fun and shot something. Yeah.
Gotcha. No, that's tight. Like I say, like in like all my independent like films and stuff I've shot, I've never worked with one of those, so it was just cool to actually see that in use for a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, you said like that this was the first time you got something coming up that you're going to direct. Where? I guess I was going to ask, so where did AK Film Group kind of come from? And then, what was your whole idea mainly? Did you always want to direct, or did you just kind of want to act, or like how did it all come about for you? I guess I'm asking.
That's a really good question. First and foremost, I want to start like Eric came to me. We just had like a conversation, and they said, "Hey, we should start our own YouTube channel."
Oh, okay.
And he hit me with that, and I'm like, "Yeah." And just thought about it. We do how much we round. We want to create stuff and kind of just get our names out there to Hollywood and stuff like that, because they're not coming to knock on our door. And
yeah.
that's kind of basically where it came from.
It's a good mutual friend of ours, Tyler Lambert. Shout out to Tyler.
Hey.
He was for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, he was always in my ear talking about, man, you and Pharoah, you can start your own YouTube channel. I got to start a channel. And I'm just like, yeah, I hear you. We definitely do need to do something like that. I'm just trying to figure out like, okay, well, I mean, obviously it'd be films, but like, what would we call it? How would we, what would be the operations? What would that be like? All that stuff. And so yeah, we just figured it out with AK Film Group. Shout out to Kobe. He's the one who made the logo.
Tight.
Yeah, shout out to Kobe Bird. He made the logo. And
I want to try some of the other logos too that Farouk made with us too.
Yeah, we
try them out.
We used them a couple of times before.
Yeah,
but
you got the main logo and all that.
The main logo, the branded logo. Yeah. So yeah, that's how that came about.
Gotcha. How much? Who else would you say is in AK? Reggie, is Reggie a part of it, or was he kind of a director for his own thing there on 38?
Well, yeah, he did direct 38, but I'll let you explain that.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it's a mutual collaboration between productions, because he has his own production called Superman Pictures.
Oh, okay,
Shout out to that. And Reggie's been a very good friend of ours since Looters. Yeah.
All right, now is Looters, I take it, like another short film that you...
Yeah, that was one of our first. That was our first short film between us, all of us actually, and that's what kind of basically how we all became great mutual friends and being able to do stuff together and get a lot of the shorts out there on our YouTube channel out there to the world.
Gotcha. And then Looters is playing at the Flores Film Festival this Saturday.
Hey,
really?
Yeah, Sheldon High School, yeah.
Show up.
And when did you say you guys shot Looters?
3 years ago?
Oh,
I think it's 3 years ago, 2021? 2022.
January 2022.
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was an interesting time too, because that was like right at the life after COVID almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was because I had a few no film productions I was doing, but a couple comedy things I was in that kind of fell through whenever COVID and all that hit, and so. Now, had Reggie or had you like kind of shot anything prior to that, like short film wise, or
prior to Looters?
Correct. Yeah, I know like Pharoah had said that it was the first. That was like one of the early ones, but like I mean, maybe separate before you even got together with AK Film Group. Had like either one of you kind of done your own little project before that, or?
Yeah, so before Looters, we had made a handful of skits in the year of 2021. One of our most popular ones was called like "Open the Damn Door," where you know I keep unlocking the door, and he's trying to open it, but he can't get in.
Just open the door.
So yeah, we've made about maybe like 8 or 10 funny skits in the year of 2021. We also made I think it was a Halloween skit when our boy Samaj was in town at his house.
Hey, Samaj.
Yeah, we made about 10 skits in that year, and I would say around 2020. This is 2024, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2023, mid 2023 is when we started shooting films for the AK channel.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Tight.
Mm-hmm.
And so, film-wise and all that, what kind of led you into wanting to do directing and all that? My rule is if you write it, you direct it. It's your vision.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my rule. It's simple as that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I got into the mindset of directing, after doing some stuff too. I directed Samaj's short. Well, it was more Prenda's, but we directed the short.
Yeah, it was just at Samaj's house.
Yeah, it was at his house. And I had some fun with it. I had some experience back in a program, and I dabbled with it for a little bit, and then writing's more my main thing. I love writing more.
Oh, okay.
And this right here was just like, okay, here we go. I directed a PCS short. 2020, was it 2023 or 24? 22.
22, I think.
I think it was 22. Yeah. I co-directed PCS short, and then this coming year, I'm jumping back into that because I just said I actually want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it for myself, to see this vision come to life. And mainly writing is more my thing. Directing, I think it's fun. You can just, how to craft the story.
Yeah.
It's like storytelling is just my main thing.
Oh, interesting. That's cool. And real quick, like, who was it that wrote? You didn't write 38 though, did you?
I co-wrote it.
Co-wrote?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was Reggie's original idea.
It was? All right. Yeah, like I said, I only keep on bringing that up because that's like how I first got to know you all and everything.
Yeah.
So, and I knew you kind of had produced and directed, but I didn't realize that you were like that much into it until I kind of followed you, I think, on Instagram and all. So you said you got into like writing's probably the thing you enjoy the most. Now, do you ever write short stories or like novels, anything like that too?
I'm working on it. I'm right now finished with a kid's book. I'm out there trying to get it published. Working on a teen novel. It's more superhero mixed with post-apocalyptic.
Well, okay.
And I've got a lot of stuff lined up, a lot of shorts that is on the line. Not online. Mainly that's about to start popping. But that's pretty much what I've been doing. Amazingly. I love short stories. I love storytelling in general. So writing since I was like a kid, and my imagination is so wide and broad. I just be like, okay, I write in scenario form, like, what if this happens? Like, let me see what this would look like, and boom, I'm just on that.
I can kind of relate to you a good bit on that too, because I don't know, I can't remember. I've had probably a couple different writers on there, but no one's kind of mentioned. I'm like, okay, I can relate to that a lot because I'll get a scene in my head, and it's just like, if it's really good, it stays and it doesn't stop until I kind of get it out on paper or whatever. And some of them have like life of their own. Some are short stories. Some are like, nah, we're gonna be a screenplay or whatever. So you ever have anything like that, or what's your kind of take? Because you said if you write it, you want to direct it. So you're probably more screenplay oriented in writing, or you kind of do a bit of both.
Do I just write to write?
Oh, well, no. I'm just saying, if you get an idea, like, if you got an idea for like a short story, would you ever write anything in like for print fiction, or would you be like, nah, I'm gonna write this to actually film it? That's kind of what I'm getting. If you're going to write something, are you going to ever just write it to maybe put it out in print format alone?
Oh, as a book?
Yeah, or short story, one or the other.
I guess never say never. I don't imagine myself, writing books, but yeah, never say never. But it's just screenplays for me.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I can get you just started. We only have 3 characters you and I worked on together.
Yeah, I just rather do movies first. But yeah, like I said, never say never.
Never.
No, I got you for you on that. Okay, no, that's interesting to where you have the writing thing. Because like for me, like I was saying, it just depends. Each story can be one or the other. You know what I mean? So, but you both do a little bit of acting though too, right?
Yeah.
Well, acting's my main thing. Yeah.
Okay, so that was your main thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So what kind of led you into getting into the acting, directing? Is there like a certain film that you saw that's like, man, I dig this?
What got me into directing?
Acting, directing, both of them. If it was 2 different ones or the same thing.
Well, acting, I just in 2018, I was trying to figure out how to get into it because I just had left a business that I wasn't really liking. I just didn't feel like I should be there anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
So I left this business, and was trying to find ways to break into acting or find local opportunities. And I really didn't know how to get into film, so I just decided to audition for like community theater out here.
Right.
And I booked a lead part in this play called We Need to Talk, written and directed by Michael Levester. And after that, it was some sold-out shows at the Guild Theater. After that, I started finding local film opportunities and all these different organizations. And yeah, now for me, as far as directing, I spent 2 years doing roles that, sometimes I like them and sometimes like, I wish it was just a little bit different or totally different.
Yeah.
Or there's like some extra stuff that, I'm just doing it just to get experience on set. And
Right.
I said after 2 years of doing that, I'd say around 2021 was when I started to realize, okay, like I need to start writing my own stuff.
I follow.
And start producing it. Yeah, because, this auditioning, you got to audition, but this, self-submitting myself to things that, I might want to do, but not really because I don't like the character that much, but I'll do it anyways just to get experience.
Yeah.
I want to do stuff that I really want to do. I have my own ideas. I got my own character ideas, so it's like, why not just go the route of producing my own work? So that's why I started doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you there, and that's kind of why I like doing some of my own stuff too.
Yeah.
And then, what about you? You're never really were into some of the acting, or?
I act for comedic and other purposes. Like I tell him all the time, acting is not my main thing. So when I'm playing a character, the 3 characters I established was like, hey, so this is me. I'm either the comedic character that ties into two types of other characters, the villain or the angry little brother. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're like, if you're playing the villain, it's more of like a comedic villain kind of role.
It could go either way. It could be serious. It could go comedic. As long as I'm having fun, that's my whole main thing with the acting. Anything in general with the filmmaking is I want my element and my signature is fun.
Okay.
I want it to have fun. I don't want to fucking be like, oh, that's a drag. Nah, fun. Just pure fun. So that's what I bring to the table in the acting realm. And in the writing realm too. And
Gotcha.
producing. But, that's what I like to do. It's just love of the game.
I got it.
Yeah.
Cool. No, it's interesting. Like I said, because you were both kind of like, where you're in AK Film Group and you have similarities, but there's like huge differences too. But it's funny where I can kind of like see myself on like both sides, because I'm on more of the acting side with you and everything, and I can get your side of the writing. With me, it comes down to is like I really love the acting and everything, but when I'm writing, even if it's like a short story, sometimes I'll find myself like just acting out the short, like, you know what I mean? If it's, I'll do that. So it's funny how I'll see some of them combined and everything.
Yeah.
Well, say with the idea of AK Film Group, like, you know, I wanted to, like I said, act my own stuff, right?
Correct.
So I got to start writing and producing. You know, he's like, say, mainly writer, so he wants to see the stuff that he writes come to life. So it's like, all right, well, why don't we just make something together? And plus, you know, 2022, we shot Looters, Hit.
Woo! Looters, Hit.
There's a third one in there that we did. I know Hot Zone didn't get finished, but
No, Hot Zone's about to go through a whole reboot, so we just didn't get to
okay,
that.
let's just, there's like 3 things that we shot. 2 of them
Oh,
got finished.
okay.
And we're just, me, I was just like, man, like, I would love to shoot this kind of quality like once a week. And it's very simple, short stuff, just to put ourselves out there, you know, on social media, you know, or at a film festival. Just like, you know, just put ourselves out there. And so that's where AK Film Group kind of came about, like at least 2 years later after the fact, trying to figure out how to organize all that and what it would look like.
Yeah.
So just shooting at a high clip, high quality every week.
Yeah.
With some of the people we've been working with has been a great blessing. Yeah.
Tight. And the kind of films that you, Ryan, I know you said there's kind of like different styles and all that, but do you, like, is it more like action, more comedy, horror? What kind do you think that your style mostly is?
I love action. I love horror. I love sci-fi. We love comedy because we can be funny.
Yeah.
The only thing we haven't done on the channel is something romantic. And I mean, I kind of got an idea for it. It's still tied in with some serious stuff, like with some crime related things. But that's the only thing we haven't done on the channel, something like romantic. So
I follow.
But yeah, everything else, yeah, we've pretty much done. Yeah.
My style is, I like all those too, those are genres. But my styles of movie film and shit like that, because it's gonna be my directing signature. So when it comes to like just storytelling, I love urban tales. Urban tales can go in so many different directions. And then there's spy films. I love fucking spycraft. Spycraft and everything, even on the smallest level. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
That's what the style is called. Spycraft.
Oh, okay.
Is like,
I've never heard it referred to that. I don't think. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
And as a writer, because my focus being writing, I know their styles. I know the genres. I know the type of energy. When you're writing, it's just so fucking much fun. Sorry, I'm going into it, but spycraft, pretty much, if you like CIA, espionage, FBI type shit, you know, we have that in common because we love fucking spy movies. We'll watch the fuck out of James Bond, like, yeah, so Daniel Craig did this. You see this?
Man, okay, since you touched on spy, this is a topic. There's like 2 things I want. I think the best Bond film is GoldenEye. I think Sean Connery's probably like the best Bond, and then I'd say Pierce Brosnan. I don't know. I feel like GoldenEye is the best Bond film, though. Something about it. And I'm not just talking about because of the video game, because I didn't grow up playing the video game.
No.
But the movie, I was like, damn, that's... Because you're fighting the Russians, which I feel like that one's like the ultimate like villain and spy movies and stuff.
Cold War was still
topic. Like it was like right there at the end of it, whatever.
It was literally still a topic. I agree, disagree. I think that's probably like the 3rd best, in my opinion, to the of James Bond films.
It's all cool.
And people are gonna think I'm crazy, but I really like enjoyed Spectre. I think Spectre to me was like
fun.
Yeah.
What was the one before that had Javier Bardem?
Skyfall.
I was probably like out of the newer ones, that was probably my favorite one, just because Javier Bardem was such like a wicked like villain. But I like Spectre too. Christoph Waltz is a cool villain, but I don't think he was in that a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't have like the menacing presence the old school Spectre had. I feel like the other one had like some sort of, even if he wasn't in it a whole lot, there's some sort of menacing atmosphere around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a little lightened up, but you can tell it was just like, this is one of those dark secret organizations that made you say, you know, fool me once, good sir.
Fool me once, good sir.
Yeah,
I said one Bond film that doesn't get a lot of love To me, it should be on everyone's list as far as top 5 Bond films. Is No Time to Die.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I could see that.
No Time to Die was dope.
It was, especially for what the ending. I'm just like, damn, they really did it. It was like, damn, they really did that.
The only thing is I didn't like about it, I was like, hang on, bro. There's no reason for you to stay there. You know what I mean?
At this point.
I felt like he was like, hang on. I don't know. I feel I don't have any kind of. I do have some problems with it, but it's like it's not enough to like hate on it. But I'd be like, I don't want.
I look past the problem. I'm not judging you on that. I'm telling you, I look past those problems because I say I feel you on that one. I felt you like, hey man, you don't have to really be there, right? I just really said that. I was like, you don't have to be there. You can go, all this stuff. But then I realized
he doesn't want to live and not be able to see his wife or daughter.
All I thought about was, damn, okay, you could do that. Just go. But I was like, okay, made sense. This works. I like it.
And then his opening film, Casino Royale, was really good.
No, that one was really good. I like the Casino Royale a lot. I don't have I like the new Bond films a lot, but I think I still kind of relate to some of the classic ones. Although
nobody give Die Another Day.
Is that the one that had Halle Berry in it?
Yeah.
No, that one was really good. GoldenEye and Die Another Day were the best of the Pierce Brosnan films for sure.
GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yes, Tomorrow Never Dies was the dopest one.
I'll have to watch that one again. It's been a minute since I've seen those. I liked all those a lot. Yeah, Denise Richards is good.
Yeah, that one was like, I can't even say it was just the best one. I thought it was just it was worked out very perfectly. World Is Not Enough is not giving much any love either. But, what can you say? I can understand.
I haven't watched that one for a minute to know, but the
Quantum of Solace gets a lot of hate.
It does.
Which one was that? Oh,
the second Craig one.
Yeah,
I like a lot of hate.
I like the visuals of them being in the desert, but plot wise, I was like, it can be whatever. That's what I'm saying. I like Skyfall a hell of a lot.
They were on a strike.
Yeah.
They literally were on a strike, and Daniel Craig had to write a piece of that film. I was like, oh, okay. Your work does. I see you're a writer. Great.
Talking about other spy, have you ever read any of John le Carre's books? I'm pretty sure you're familiar with him because he had the Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Oh, okay. I haven't read those. I've been into the Jason Bourne books, and I said the books are way different from the movies. I swear. These first, 4? Is it 4 or 5?
I can't remember. I was watching a couple of the movies not too long ago.
Yeah.
I think I like the third one. I think out of the movies, the most. What's the scene where he has the book and he's beating people up with the book? That scene. I can see why they won an Academy Award or whatever for the sound or whatever. Because I'm like, that scene is fun to watch. How he was.
It's just all you're hearing is a book just smashed into somebody's neck. That stuff is dope. I like the Bourne Supremacy a lot. Bourne Supremacy doesn't get a lot of love. I mean, it was one of the most intense Bourne films that had me go like...
And that's the Supremacy one you said?
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that one again.
It was the most intense because it's like watching someone getting hunted down and framed at the same time. Is like, that's a fucked up situation.
And that's the second one? That's the second
one. That's the one where I said, okay, CIA, he's all right. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
You done fucked up and pissed him off, and now he came after you. Well, here we go. Left more secrets open. Left more stuff happening. More mystery. And I loved it because when we got to the ultimatum, it just made everything perfectly clear. I said, yep, keep it going. I'm good here.
Yeah, the fourth Bourne film, but it was another actor. What's his name again?
Oh, Jeremy Renner, Legacy.
That one was a good one to me.
No, that was the most fun. Sorry.
I was just... Sorry, I'm gonna let you do that too. I'm just trying to confirm now. Is he playing not Brad Pitt? What's the dude's name? Matt Damon. Is he playing Matt Damon's character, or is he playing another CIA op under the same program or
There's
something.
another CIA
Aaron
op
Cross.
under the same program.
I haven't
yeah.
seen that one, but what were you saying, Pharoah?
You
Sorry,
know, Legacy does not get enough. It gets the same type of slack Quantum and Solace does.
Really?
And it does. It does. I'm telling you. You're going to sit there and be like, this is a great film. Hear the people on Reddit and Twitter and other places going like, yeah, this movie sucked. This is balls. And excuse my language, people. But it's like, oh. It's that. They give that movie slack. But I love that film, especially with Aaron Cross. I wish they gave him another film or a trilogy of his own. I would love the hell out of it. I'd be like, perfect. Mission Impossible is my shit.
Man,
Mission Impossible is my shit.
I like those. I haven't really. I don't know if I've watched the one. I like the one a lot where they go to Dubai and he climbs up on the tower and everything. I've seen
Ghost
that
Protocol.
one. Yeah, I've seen that one, and I liked it a hell of a lot. Whenever the third one I liked the most out of all of them. Whenever that one came out, I was like, oh hell yeah, this is a
Third
good
one?
Yeah,
with
Mission
the-
Impossible 3.
Davian.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Philip Seymour Hoffman in it, just the scene where he hangs him outside the plane,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is
So
a
you
cold
think-
motherfucker, dude.
Oh,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah.
A ruthless arms dealer, you ain't gonna stop that. That is, you can stop it, but it's like, how do you stop it?
Which you look for?
I think, man. I think.
Oh,
It's okay.
no, it's all good. If you find it, if you don't care, I'll like to take a hit off of it if you don't mind. Because like I said, I didn't have anything rolled. I feel bad for that. But no, it's all good. But real quick on the spy movies and stuff. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, read a John le Carre novel. Dude, those things. I don't know. That was the time I got turned on to audiobooks and stuff.
Yeah.
And like every now and then I can get road rage. I hate traffic, but if I'm listening to an audiobook, I'm cool as a cucumber, dude. I'm so into the story. It's like, hell, I don't mind traffic. Let me listen to this. But I was listening to one of the John le Carre novels on the audiobook, and then like it was The Night Watchman. They made a show about that one not too long ago. I didn't see the show, but the book,
Night Agent?
No, Night Watchman.
Night Watch.
Yeah. And that one was a really good one. I like that book a hell of a lot. So
Check that out.
yeah, I think I'm trying to think what if the dude used to either be an ex-spy, but he was working as like a night watchman somewhere. Then they kind of bring him back in, but he's not quite a spy. He's more like, you know what, I'm just gonna run guns, make some money. It's like
You really like bugging over this thing.
oh, I've been there too. Whenever I've dropped something, is that it right there?
Oh, yep, there it
You
is.
just now dropped it. It's been in your lap the whole time.
Oh, man.
Hey, that's me with a lighter,
folks.
dude.
I'm
I'll
just,
have a lighter right there. I'll stand up and it'll fall. But yeah, like I was saying, John le Carre, but so you were talking about books being different, the Bourne books being different from the movie. It's the same thing with the audiobooks. I was listening to, I didn't read The Lost World, but the first Jurassic Park, I listened to that audiobook. It's so much different than the movie, but similar. But it's like, to me, it's like, oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
But to me, that's like a perfect combination of what you want to where they have the similarities, but the differences. Because you watch both of them, or read one and watch the other one, and get a totally different like experience out of it, which is really cool.
What's his name again? John
Le Carre.
le Carre.
John le Carre.
John le Carre. Okay. Who's his main guy?
I think the Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is his main character. He's not like
The Gary Oldman?
yeah, the Gary Oldman character, because I think John Smiley, that's the character's name. He appears in 3 different books, and there was one I read that he's in, and I don't know if it's the second book in the Smiley like unofficial trilogy, so to speak. But one comes before the other, and then because I think Tinker Tailor was like the third one or the second one.
Gotcha.
But I read one of the other ones that was like before that one or something like that.
Okay.
But John Smiley is like his James Bond almost, but it's not like the same kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But le Carre used to be an actual spy during like the 40s up until like the early 60s or something like that.
So was Ian Fleming. Well, he was what, a soldier? From
Something
what I'm
like that,
understanding?
yeah.
Yeah. And then
But
he created James Bond.
Yeah.
Just based off of his life. and the MI6.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
and there was some other spy or something like someone else that he based James Bond off of a little bit. I can't remember.
Well, they recently had a movie, The Ministry of Gentlemanly Warfare, where they referenced Ian Fleming.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, somehow. I guess.
Technically, the thing that was happening in this movie is what
inspired James Bond. The creation of James Bond.
I was like, okay.
I'll have to watch that. Yeah.
It's fun.
There's two. I don't know if I'd want to do these as a movie or like a short series. You know what I mean? If I'd want to do like 2 seasons of something or not. But one of them would be, I'd like to kind of follow like a soldier during like the end of World War II, either like 44 to 45, and either that'd be like 1 season or like the first 2 seasons. But then after that, kind of show what it was like being in Germany and all that from like 45 to like 1950 or something like that. Because they've had a few movies. One like years ago, like a Montgomery Clift movie that was kind of like that was like set in 1947 Berlin. And then did you ever see
black and white?
Yeah. Both of these would be black and white. Then there was Orson Welles' movie, The Third Man, that was set in
I've heard of that movie.
That was set in it was I think Austria during the end of World War II. So it was like 1947 is when this. So it was just really like an interesting time period to do that. And then another one I'd like to do would also be sort of World War II related, but it'd be like the mafia in like Sicily during like Nazi occupied. You know what I mean?
That'd be
Italy,
dope.
because then you could have like the mafia doing some stuff, like a whole lot of. So that's one of the ones I'd really like to do. It's like a series or a movie like that.
Oh, that'd be hella dope. I'd be like, this would be dope. Ooh, big cast, big.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's. So I'm sure you guys got like some ideas in your head too that are like, well, like this is what I want to write, but I need like a big budget and a big cast for this.
Yeah, I mean,
Those
I mean,
are the babies.
some of the stuff on the channel are just big ideas condensed into something that we could do.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is to it. I mean, the character Alex Polaris, he's a whole universe as far as what he deals with. So, if we had Hollywood money, then we'd make it into a whole franchise. I mean, we got like a couple ideas, characters that we'd make it to a whole franchise. Just we just need Hollywood money to make it. But right now, we just condense the ideas into something manageable that we can shoot.
Yeah.
With no money.
Oh yeah. Get good people. Good. Everybody wants to get out there, collaborate. We just collaborate and just hit it. Like, let's make a short. Let's make this.
Right.
Everybody basically likes it. Go about it. Yeah. So.
Gotcha. It's kind of like me. Like I say, I've got a few shorts that I'm writing, things I can shoot, but then I've put a few things together and like, if I can ever sell this or when the time comes and I've actually got the budget, that's what that one's for. Yeah. But yeah, there's some that I write in budget, and there's some that's like the ideas for something bigger down the road and whatnot.
It was not about getting into the book writing business?
I actually have one novella that's published and all that. And then a couple short stories and everything, but just recently I've been writing the short screenplays, just kind of like what Eric was saying. I just want to shoot something and be able to put it out there and then go to the next. So
let it be seen.
Right. And so like that's like me. I'm not necessarily taking a break from the short stories, but I'm like, hang on, let me put a pause on that, write some short films, and then put those out there. Yeah. So there's definitely a couple of them I'll probably be hitting you all up on in the near future to do. The one I'm working on right now is like I've just been able to shoot it on such a skeleton crew, like just like myself as like the crew, and then another friend as the cast. So
this will be dope. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got a short we got to shoot in December. We got a short we're shooting next week. We got another short we're reshooting a week after. And it's just back to back to back.
Oh yeah.
I'm supposed to. Well, I'm coming off my paternity leave, so yeah.
Oh gosh, well congratulations. Now when was your child born?
She was born, her name was Sasha. She was born on June 3rd, 2024.
Okay, congratulations, man. Like I couldn't remember how recent that was, but oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's my light and joy.
And
It's all awesome.
so on some of the shorts that you've been like writing, have you done any spy stuff of your own here? Or?
Yeah, the character he just mentioned, Alex Polaris, is a character. Don't mind me if I get into a little bit about the character, but he's basically a time traveling super spy. Into some, no, it sounds crazy, but just think, think Christopher Nolan, how he uses time in all his films in so many different ways. One movie we actually love the fuck out of, Tenet, is like, yeah, let's try this. Let's go. And so, knowing my imagination, I said, I can build your world and stuff like that. We came to an agreement, worked on the character, and worked on some stories, and put out a few of the shorts, and there's more to come. We had like our first short that I directed of the Alex Polaris series, Winds of Deception, back in
2022.
Yeah, 2022. Put that in a film festival.
It was a 48-hour challenge.
Yeah, and it was
it
was dope. I had a good time with that, and then we shot another one called Diversion. Enemy is up on the YouTube channel as well. There was another one we did. I forgot what the other one was.
Yeah, I would have to look through my phone right now.
Yeah, but we got so many coming, and then that's pretty much on that level where we kind of got a character that we both worked on and just said.
Yeah, just imagine James Bond in the Tenet universe.
Yeah,
that's pretty much how Alex Polaris.
Now, what's Tenet? I'm not sure if I've seen that one or not.
So pretty much a spy, just called the protagonist.
Yeah,
is pretty much on a quest to stop a world-bending destruction.
Oh, okay.
But he's finding himself being inverted through moments in time, in the moment that he's in.
Yeah,
trying to stop it.
No, I like that. It's kind of complex.
Man, it is.
It's one of those movies that's hard to understand. Like I had to watch it 10 times to kind of understand what was going on.
Yeah,
and Nolan was just like, yeah, don't even try to understand. Just enjoy what's happening because it was truly a spectacle. There was a lot going on. It's like. I remember the first time I was watching, I was like, I have no idea what's happening, but it's so cool. I love it.
Bro,
yeah.
I was the same way. I think the only thing that made sense to me was from like some other people out there, but they kind of pointed out something in that movie that I really enjoyed. They said, hey, because Robert Pattinson's in this movie, and the main character is also played by John David Washington, Denzel's son.
Okay.
Dope dude. I don't know. I'm just saying, just a dope guy. Robert Pattinson's in this movie, and somebody on I think Reddit or one of these channels I'm watching on YouTube said that hey, if you really watch this movie again, Robert Pattinson's character is actually the child in the movie. He's just meeting his mentor and helping him out to save that future. Like, shit.
And they don't really come out and like say that to you that that's who it is.
No,
you just kind of have to
figure it
make
out
that
for yourself.
You just gotta literally watch it and be like, it's like damn, whoa, okay, huh?
It kind of reminds me a little bit of 12 Monkeys. I want to watch that movie here again too, man. 12 Monkeys was a good one.
12 Monkeys messing with your head.
But yeah, time movies like that are always cool. So, and it's called Tenet, you said what that one was?
Yeah, it came out in 2020. Middle of the pandemic, you gotta watch it.
Huh.
Man, literally in the middle of the pandemic. I watched that movie so many times.
Yeah,
during the pandemic.
Now, there's a few, I guess, good movies that have come out that I haven't seen yet. There's a lot that have come out in theaters that I haven't watched yet. I didn't see, I wanted to see Beetlejuice, and I just haven't gotten around to because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to spend like $20 at the theater, you know what I mean?
Between ticket and concessions.
Yeah.
You saw Dune Part 2, right?
No, I never got into the Dune. I think it's just because like the first movie I watched, I didn't get in. Even though I like David Lynch, I was like, I didn't get into
you saw 1984.
Yeah, I saw that one, and so I was like, And I'm kind of one of those. Sometimes whenever like people get like overly hyped up about something, it's like I don't want any part of that because too many people are like, wait, I'll get like, I just get like too many people are hyped. It's like I don't care, man. But sometimes I'll get excited about like something that no one else really cares. It just depends on what a film is. But if I had seen like the first Dune, I probably would because I'm like because it's got a lot of actors and stuff that I'm like really into. I like Javier Bardem a lot.
Timothy
Josh
Chalamet is
Brolin.
dope.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about that one like yet.
Oh,
Timothy
man.
Chalamet, he's I guess kind of
pretty
new,
good.
Yes.
but
He's
pretty
gonna
good.
be the
This generation's Leo.
Leo.
But
Oh,
I will
really?
say, yeah, you
Okay.
definitely got to check out. You got to watch part 1 first.
Yeah.
Because part 1 came out in 2021.
yeah.
And then watch part 2.
Yeah.
And then Dune part 3 will probably come out before the decade is over.
Damn, they got like that many of them.
Well, so the first 2 movies is 1 book.
Yeah.
Okay, now the third one's like the other part of the book or
It's
something.
the sequel to the first book, and that is these books are huge.
Well, no, whenever I was engaged and everything, I got my ex like, a copy of like Dune. I got her one, and then I think when I was researching it, I was like, damn, it's like a whole other, almost a trilogy in itself. Like you got like a huge ass book, and then there's like Dune,
Messiah.
something like that. Yeah.
That's the end of Paul Atreides' story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his
Oh, then there's like a bunch of other ones that happen
Yeah.
in that universe.
his story is like probably the best thing because it's sequel to the. I like to read, so don't judge me.
Nah, you're doing better than me. I used to read a hell of a lot,
Yeah.
but
It was like the sequel. Like after that, it's like just imagining this on screen made me say, I don't know how long I can live for that, but I will wait to see it because his whole family his story is his beginning, but then he has a whole family and they descend into villainy.
oh
Like,
man, I'd like
damn.
See that? Okay, now that you say that, that's like my kind of style of book. I like kind of epics that you kind of follow one of the people and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They made a movie of this not years ago, but it's kind of the same thing. But it's one big book that's really good called The Captain and the Kings. Have you ever heard of that?
I think so.
Because it follows, it's almost like kind of based on the JFK thing. Because it follows like this one like immigrant, like this kid coming from Ireland or whatever.
Right.
His like family's like dead and all that. Right. So he kind of makes himself. He finds a way into kind of like being like a millionaire and all that. Right. He kind of hooks up with whatever and oil, but he's like he wants to get his son into politics and all that. So it kind of follows the split of the family and that kind of dramatic too. So I'm like I like that kind of stuff. That you have like you start off with one main character, then they get to a thing, and then you kind of have these like other main characters that the story follows. So
Paul Atreides' story has got a lot of. You are definitely going to be in for a ride. Once you see these 2 movies, you will want to get into the book after that because you're going to be like, okay, now I need to know this.
Oh yeah. How about you, Eric? You ever read much books, like any kind of trilogy or series you ever get into a hell of a lot?
I just watched the movies. I just watched the movies. Yeah. I didn't know anything about Dune until the part 1 came out. I didn't even know it was a book series. And then like Harry Potter, like I just watched the movies.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I haven't read any books of any popular movies franchises. So yeah, Lord of the Rings, just the movies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, the Lord of the Rings movies, those I think did justice to the books. They left, other than maybe in the Fellowship of the Ring, they probably should have included like Tom Bombadil because that character was like a big one in the books. But I feel like those movies got it right for the most part.
Yeah, they got a lot of things right, especially when it got down to the Hobbit.
Oh, see, I disagree. I don't think they did it.
I think they did it. I ain't gonna lie.
They made it a trilogy out of like one book. I was like, no, they added too much to it. That's what happened.
They wanted an epic, and I ain't even
that
gonna
was
lie.
Hollywood getting involved.
That was Hollywood getting involved. But I will not lie to you. I mean, they made it actually really work. I didn't think they were going to do that because even the animated movie just followed the book, and I said, I can't get mad at it. So I gave the 3 movies a try, and I said, fuck, this is actually epically good. Like, I like this. Like, it's very cozy. You can drink some warm hot chocolate too. Like, yeah.
I've never heard it put that way. It's cozy. I mean, I can get what you're saying. Lord of the Rings, I feel is like, yeah, you could definitely sip your hot chocolate, your tea watching it.
Yeah.
But to me, though, no, with the Hobbit movie, I was like, okay, they were doing good the first half, I thought, and then I was like, okay, some of this here, but I was like, you just extended like 2 parts of this movie that didn't need to be there. I could see maybe making a sequel, but I was like, nah, there's no need for it. Do it right, make one movie, and just make it with like enough. I could see maybe enhancing the battle, like a little bit more than what they had it in the book, just for making a movie. Like whenever you write a battle and some things, I mean, each author do their own, but in a movie you can obviously show a lot more to a battle than what's like usually written in a book. So I get some of that, but I was like, nah, you added too much to the story or whatever that didn't need to be there. Like this never happened or whatever.
No, this is the battle of this is how it's supposed to happen. Why'd you do this?
Are they supposed to be making another Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Yeah.
They're just trying to remake what was already done, though, aren't they?
They're trying to make their money off of IPs. Hollywood is full blown. Hey, I need an IP that can keep my money afloat. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be dead ass honest. It's literally that. It's a cushion. They're just gonna keep doing it. They go out here and try to look for a new idea. They don't even know if it's gonna make money. So,
but it's like but they should understand. It's like, no, the IPs you're going after aren't making any money anymore. You might
because this was for them. This is for other people. Now you got to figure out what's gonna hit other people. You know, that's
reboots. That's their answer.
Hey, but I'm gonna say like this. There's a time and place for reboots.
Like they're going to reboot the entire MCU?
Yeah. But that's the thing. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. I'm probably like half of everybody out there in the world. I don't think they should. They should give it like a really good long break before we get a reboot. Because, damn, that's...
Marvel wants their money. They ain't
that's the one thing I don't like about Marvel is like they found that cheat code. It reminds me almost of the end of the movie Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I don't know if you ever saw that with Robert Downey Jr. Or not, where it's like, yes, he's like, I hate these parts of like, it's almost like breaking the fourth wall. Yeah. He's like, I hate these parts of movies. He's like, when someone got shot but they actually lived. He's like, yeah, we all thought that so and so died, and it's like, yeah, why bring him back? Why not bring them all back? And it's like that,
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, well, that's what MCU's doing almost. Right? What happened? Someone got killed in the Fast and the Furious.
Everybody died in fucking Fast and Furious, and they brought back to life. Like, goddamn, like how?
You can't let your family die.
I'm trying to understand. No, somebody tell me how did these street criminals? I can't even say these street racers become international criminals and super spies. I need to know what happened here. Like I said, dog, you turned Triple X into...
I know what happened. They stuck together as a family.
They stuck together.
You, bro.
No, they stuck together as a family.
That's hilarious.
Because family's all that they've got.
But that's the... Listen, I have a gripe with it. I'm sorry.
Bro.
I've never heard of something where, okay, now we went from street racing and illegal shit to now we're in space going to the moon. Yo, you got me tripping there, yo. I'm supposed to believe that?
It's the power of family.
Bro, like that movie, that whole franchise has become like a stereotypical. You know
what I'm saying?
Well, bro, like in what's that movie, Tropic Thunder, where like they're showing like Tug Speedman and the world freezes over. It's like it's become literally that's the franchise of a thing.
I'm like, Jesus.
Think about Fast and Furious 2. They're gonna keep making movies.
They got only one. Man, I'm not
because Don's son. He's gonna take over the family.
Oh no!
He's gonna take over the family. And how many spinoffs are we gonna get?
And then watch it say, oh yeah.
And of course we're gonna get a woke spinoff with just all females, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The family's gonna continue.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I actually really enjoyed only one spinoff that had nothing to do with this movie, and that was Hobbs and Shaw. I just had some fun with that. Because I was just like, okay, I can believe you guys if you guys don't understand. Like Dwayne Johnson, an international lawman, and then Jason Statham, a rogue spy. Those two things combined, I said, bruh, this is a great-ass movie. And then you're taking on a cyber terrorist? I mean, not even a cyber terrorist. An enhanced cyber terrorist.
So you won't mind if there's like 10 more Hobbs and Shaw movies?
I wouldn't mind that because I it's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's exactly
10
one.
though, 10.
I can handle it. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling
The
you.
family shall continue.
It's not family involved. Let me just explain. All they are is exactly what I like the most. Popcorn films and spy films. I love that combination between these two because of that. And everybody can say, oh yeah, then you might like Fast and Furious because they're popcorn movies too. No, they're the wrong type of popcorn movies. I can give Dungeons and Dragons and Bullet Train credit for being popcorn films because they have good storytelling quality.
I can give you with Bullet Train, Dungeons and Dragons. Whenever they made that, I was like, nah, can't they just come up with like a good like fantasy movie make it?
This one actually was like, yeah, if you like and if you love Dungeons and Dragons, because I'm a huge nerd. I love it. Don't give a fuck about it because that's what makes me me. But I'm telling you, when they made that, I said, yeah, you really made this for people who are fans of fantasy and Dungeons and Dragons. This is truly good storytelling. Because I can't... The last Dungeons and Dragons didn't make no fucking sense with Marlon Wayans and shit. I didn't like that.
But
yeah.
I thought that was... You know when that come out, I didn't even make the connection. That was the name of that movie?
Yeah.
See, I like that movie a hell of a lot, but then they killed Marlon Wayans early, and it pissed me off because I was like...
Yeah, but I like this one better because it's like you're actually having fun. The element that I love the most is fun because you can't tell a good story if you're not having fun, especially when you have like dark moments, humorous moments, like spectacle moments. Those things qualify for a really good film for me.
Yeah,
because you gotta be able to give me a good story. I want to see a good story. I don't want to see trash. If you're gonna throw me 7 Scream films, already knowing that the first half of the fucking Scream franchise was literally just about Sidney Prescott, and then you're gonna talk about this another half.
Oh, you're talking about the new Scream movie or whatever?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, if you notice, technically they're together, so they're like family. So as long as you got family, they're gonna continue making movies.
You'll keep saying family. Let me just tell you, the power of family only works for the Fantastic Four. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That only works for them.
I would say the power of family, I think, worked for the Fast and the Furious for like a minute, and then it became a joke.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus.
Like, okay, I don't think I watched any of the Fast and the Furious movies until they went to, where was it when they went in Brazil for whatever reason? Yeah, I remember seeing that when I was like, this is like whatever, but I remember watching it and I was like just cracking up because like every time like the Dwayne Johnson, you just see he'd be sweating.
Yeah.
He'd be sweating so bad.
That was baby oil, bro.
There was always that bead of like sweat going. I was like, damn, bro. Them like, it's hot. And it's like, bro, like, oh yeah. I was like, and I've been under those studio lights too. Whenever whenever I'm watching some stuff, it's like I love being able to suspend disbelief. But then I'll notice something like that. And it's like, oh yeah, they're in Brazil. So oh yeah, they got them studio lights on. But I would just crack up because it'd be a zoom in. You just see these like this bead of sweat or something.
Dwayne Johnson is fun. Dwayne Johnson is fun, especially just seeing that. It reminds me, but he's been sweating like that in other films too. And it's like,
really?
Damn. Yeah.
No, the best movie that he's in is what's the weightlifting movie where they're all like,
Gain. Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain. Yeah, he steals that movie. I forget that he's like, you know what? As a comedic actor, he's really good in
for
that
being
movie.
big as shit and funny. It's like, damn, this works. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I fucks with his action movies. I ain't even gonna lie. I actually really enjoyed Rampage.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that
was that the one with the monkey?
Yeah,
the big ass
the
gorilla?
big white gorilla. Yeah, the albino.
Oh
gorilla.
yeah, that was based off that video game. That
yeah.
video game was fun as hell when I was a kid. You played in the arcade.
The movie was good too.
All right.
I seen this meme where it says The Rock's acting like he's so one note. Like, you just see this one reaction from him all the time in the movies. Is
serious.
It's that one.
Like he's serious. Like he's trying to make you like him, and it's like, hey man, I don't.
But I mean, like I still like this movie. Like Red One is gonna be dope.
Red One is
oh
definitely.
man, you might be right on that. That'd be a good fun kids movie. But whenever I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a fugazi. I'm really picky when it comes to some movies, dude.
Hey, no, that's cool.
No, like whenever you pair Rock with an actor who's really good at being
Comedic.
a comedic asshole,
Like Ryan Reynolds,
Chris Evans,
and
then who's the one dude?
Oh, Sean William Scott
from what's the movie?
Rundown.
Yeah, I like that.
Whenever you pair
The
The Rock with an actor who's really good at being a comedic asshole, it's comedy.
It's just pure
it's
gold.
funny as hell.
It's pure fucking gold. I loved his earlier movies too, especially when he was a part of the Mummy franchise.
Yeah, the Scorpion King.
I
Yeah,
love
Scorpion King. That's his best movie.
He says, he doesn't have any lines
Walking
in
Tall
it.
was his best work to me. Because if you think about it, the nigga coming back from, it's a great, you heard it many times, story. You got it. So I thought it was just, think about it. He was a soldier coming back to his hometown, ran by casino and drugs and shit like that.
Yeah.
And just out of nowhere, this dude just said he had enough of this bullshit and just went and put some action into it. Came sheriff and dished his own version of justice. I like that. That was like, okay, this is dope.
Yeah,
I didn't know you could do that, but
again.
yeah, it was a good story. I thought that was his best work, especially giving him a dramatic role. I mean, outside of Gridiron Gang, I mean, that was like,
Oh yeah, that one was pretty good too.
That was fucking dope. It was like, okay, I could see this shit.
He should have been nominated for an Academy Award for that one.
Yeah,
Gridiron Gang was really good.
yeah. I think anybody playing a coach can be nominated for an Academy.
No, but The Rock, with his football background and he could have. Yeah, he could. Yeah, that was real good. Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never saw Gridiron Gang, but I'll need to watch that one now that you point that out. That'd be pretty good. Like another thing I haven't watched that he's in is Ballers, but I've heard that that's a really good show.
That's
where
a
he's
show.
like-
That
Yeah.
show is actually fucking dope.
Yeah, Ballers was good.
I was like, okay, midway through the season, I'm like, okay.
John David Washington was in that too.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That was like, you never think someone like The Rock would do TV shows.
No, why not?
No, I'm telling you why. You would never think that he would do TV shows because of how his profile. I mean, don't get it twisted. Yeah, anybody can do TV shows but that to me would be like before they become this high profile actor, actress, and shit like that. Like Queen Latifah, Will Smith, Halle Berry.
I don't know. It's different. It's not the same as going on like NBC or whatever. I can see like a movie actor or something like that doing like the HBO kind of TV in like a series, because I don't really consider that like that's like a movie that's really extended. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. It's different. It's different in my opinion.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he did the Young Rock or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess it got canceled or what. I never saw it.
Only
but
2 seasons.
But like that looked like it'd be interesting at least. You know what I mean?
It was his early life.
I know his biggest disappointment. Spiderweb.
Nice.
I know his biggest disappointment. I know he was really pissed about was how things went with Black Adam.
Oh
DC.
yeah.
I love Black Adam.
Black Adam was actually good.
It was.
It was cool. But
It's a popcorn film.
James Gunn took over DC and they pretty much said, nah, like we're not fucking with Black
Superman's
Adam.
gonna be the same way. Because I'm.
Oh yeah, because they fucked over Henry Cavill and The Rock.
Oh shit! Really? So what happened there? I know Henry Cavill, I guess, was Superman for a minute, and then
Yeah, so he had a cameo. If you haven't seen Black Adam, check it out on HBO Max, by the
Okay.
way, or Max. And the whole thing was pretty much at the end of the movie. Henry Cavill made a in-credit scene guest appearance as Superman.
all right.
And what nobody was understanding was, in the midst of Black Adam coming out and the last remaining of the DCEU movies, it was like this whole thing, The Rock is trying to save DC, but there's an accusation between James Gunn and DC for a whole reboot, which is like, okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. How is this going to work? And it just fell through. Black Adam apparently didn't make the money that it was supposed to make. They apparently were the first movie to lie about like this movie being made $1 billion or shit like
They
that.
lied about it?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I know. They had like those fake TV spots saying it's made this much money.
So someone had like high hopes. They were like, "We already spent money on it. We gotta release it to the public."
Yeah. So I was like, okay. And Black Adam's my favorite fucking film besides Aquaman and Man of Steel, but I don't count Man of Steel a part of this fucking thing. I really don't, because it's like that was the greatest Superman movie of all time.
Well, technically, it was part of DCEU.
It was, but I don't count it as that. I said fuck that. It's Nolan. Nolan did that.
Oh, Nolan produced it.
Yeah, I said Nolan did that. I don't see nothing else after that. They just did their own thing. So yeah.
Yeah, whatever Nolan touches, it turns to gold.
It is fucking gold.
Yeah, Nolan's great. I like Nolan a hell of a lot.
James Gunn is good. I like his work. I actually can't wait to see what he's done for the Superman movie. Not just because of it's a popcorn film, but it's James Gunn has done some shit. I've really enjoyed Slither. Like,
yeah, that was a fun one. That
Yeah.
like his first like big feature or whatever.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, James Gunn and Sam Raimi have like similarities. I'd
They
say
do.
now that I kind of think they're like horror and comedy and
Yeah.
kind of that kind of thing.
Sam Raimi gave you that serious comedy. Like, you have to be like, I have to be a Curb of Enthusiasm type of serious comedy. Like, oh, okay, so we're doing the Jerry Seinfeld and your type of movies, but it's still fun. Okay, cool. And then we're getting just pure spectacle and comedy and other shit from James Gunn.
Yeah. No, like
Money well spent.
I was say because what was the Guardians of the Galaxy? Because I wasn't familiar with them like comic book wise. Same was kind of like Black Adam. I wasn't familiar with those comic book wise. So I was like, oh man, I'm not sure how these films are gonna go. But when I saw the first Guardians, I was like, oh okay, this is actually a fun like movie and all that. But it was another one of those going into. I was kind of like, I don't really. But I was like, like not disappointed or whatever. But I was surprisingly like enjoyed it. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy is like a dope trilogy he's did. Outside, I mean, even when he did the reboot / requel to Suicide Squad called The Suicide Squad, James Gunn has made a lot of fun movies, which I'm really, again, excited to see what his Superman is going to be like. Because if it tops Man of Steel, I'm going to be like, okay, you got me. Now I'm ready to see what the rest of the DC universe is going to be.
And so is his Superman supposed to be like is it like supposed to be another kind of beginning to Superman, or is this going to be
It's supposed
another,
to be a new
like,
beginning to a whole universe that is now going to reboot from what the failure of the DCEU is.
Okay, gotcha. Because I don't know, I saw the first Superman movie, which I guess is Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, whatever. I never was like really that big of like a Superman fan. I always liked Batman, but other than that, DC I never was into.
For the
I was
films,
more Marvel.
yeah, for the films, I can't lie. I'm not a Superman fan, but I loved Man of Steel because of how well written and well put together the story was. Just to tell me that this is an OP motherfucker was just enough for me to go like, yeah, I can understand the terror Batman is feeling in the comic books now. Like, he's silent and ready to beat his ass. He's his best friend, but he's also like, yeah, no, I'm really petrified that you really exist. There's other things out there too like you, but I've never seen you. So now I know, but I'm like, yep, I can see it. Use that green rock, sir.
Yeah.
Use that green rock.
Yeah, it's interesting how you point it like to where Batman was kind of like, yeah, I'm friends with like Superman or whatever, but he's like, yeah, this is still like the most dangerous thing that we've ever encountered.
I swear to
or
God.
whatever. But no, it's cool. Yeah, I like stuff like that. Like talking about like these movies were not good at all. The Ghost Rider films, but I love the Ghost Rider comics, man. Those are some of the most fun I have reading the comics and all that.
I actually enjoyed only the first ones. Oh yeah, sorry.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
No, you're all
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Thank you. I just want another hit, man. I apologize. I didn't want to be rude or whatever.
No,
but
you're okay. You're okay. I actually enjoyed the first one. I'm not even gonna sit here and trip. I actually enjoyed
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage as an actor, or what was it on our tour? It's just the most comedical thing, but with a lot of respect too, because it's like, yo,
I'm Nick
fucking Cage. Like, whoa. Like that movie, Massive Talent was like.
I haven't seen that one. I need to.
That shit was on the high of a lifetime. I was like, yep, this is my favorite Nicolas Cage movie. I'm just gonna
Over National Treasure?
Oh man, you got me there. I love National Treasure because that's its most fun and seriousness of it.
Yeah.
But this was just like, I just need to see Nick Cage just be Nick Cage, because every fucking movie he does, he's Nick Cage. Nigga, Long Legs, he was just Nick Cage in a certain piece.
Yeah, Long Legs.
I want to see that too. I haven't seen that one yet.
It was creepy.
It was creepy.
It wasn't even scary. It was just creepy.
No, I think that's why it's the most talked about horror film, because it was like, it didn't give you the type of scare that you were expecting. You got creepy. It was just creepy. So. But again, Nick Cage, I mean, there's just one scene in that fucking movie. This dude is behind the wheel. He's like, Daddy! Daddy! I'm like, this dude.
Is that in Long Legs or is
it's
this
in Long Legs?
Okay,
yeah.
now I couldn't remember that. I didn't know if you were talking about.
That's the name of his name as a serial killer.
As a serial killer. I'm
Long
like,
Legs.
dog, you. Wow, okay.
Yeah, mommy!
Daddy! This man,
Yeah,
I said, oh yeah,
crazy.
you just yourself today, huh? Or that movie where he was like, not the bees.
That movie's terrible.
Bees.
The Wicker Man.
Yes.
Like, if you ever watched the original 1970s, you're like, this is a good kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Something about horror movies in the 70s, especially when they did them around Britain and stuff. Something about that works. Like, I love watching like those movies around this time of year for Halloween and stuff.
Man, those Halloween movies are good. I don't know. I have a daughter now, so I get to enjoy watching Halloween kid shit again. You know,
how mad would you be if they reboot Michael Myers?
I can't do it. Like, he died. He's done.
Bro, he was crushed in a steel grinder.
Bro.
Something like that, yeah.
Which one? In
the very Halloween ends.
Yes.
Okay, because I saw
like,
his throat was slit, his hands were slit, and they put him in the steel grinder.
And he's dead. It's gone. It's over.
Did they made a third one of that one already after he got all chewed up?
No.
By the steel grinder?
Yeah.
No, that was the last movie so far.
That was the third movie from. Okay. So the whole reboot of this trilogy is called Halloween, as always. Yeah. Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends.
Well, I saw the first part of that one because John Carpenter produced it, and I was like, okay, since John Carpenter was kind of cool with the idea of the plot, I was like, okay, I can go along with this story. It's kind of fun. To where the idea was, this takes off after the original Halloween movie, that whenever Michael Myers, I guess, ran away, he got caught and was back at the thing, and then he finally escapes again, and he comes after, like, Laurie after all these years. Yeah. And I remember that, because like, oh, damn, they trapped that motherfucker in the basement and caught it on fire and everything. I was like, they got his ass. And then I was like, oh, god damn it. They're doing another. Then when they did the second one, I'm like, because sometimes I'm like, I just want to enjoy the story ending. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to play this chase again. Yeah. Even though, they made it look fun. I'll probably watch those again, but.
I think the last one really caught us off guard. We sat there and said, so they're finna make another, but a new Michael Myers? Because that one main nigga, that one kid, just because he accidentally. And it was an accidentally death. The kid was playing. He ends up having to force his way out the door. Knocks him off this thing. And it's like, okay, got you. But then you have him going through this whole film wanting to be fucking Michael Myers. Like, wait.
They were trying to set it up as like he's going to be the new Michael Myers.
Oh, so like at the end of it, that kid was trapped in there and he ended up finding the mask or whatever?
No, he finds the mask by taking it off of Michael Myers. It's funny. It's just funny. I'm just going to say that. When Halloween Ends, I was like, damn. Thank God it ended.
Now, see, it sounds like they're trying to do like how you ever see Halloween 4 or whatever. I used to like that one a hell of a lot when I was a kid because it was the one where it's like they had like the little girl and then Michael comes back and he chases like the little girl and then like because they're like his cousins or something.
Is that Season of the Witch?
No, that was the third one, which they were trying to get away from Michael Myers in that one.
Well,
Which
you're always trying to get away from Michael Myers.
yeah. But that Season of the Witch wasn't bad. But no, then they tried to. It was almost like a reboot of like the 1980s or whatever, because it was like Michael Myers comes back, but he doesn't chase Laurie. He chases like this part of his family.
I like
or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest. The franchise of Halloween is so all over the place. The only version of Halloween I actually really enjoyed. That should have just been the only thing they did was Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh yeah,
that one was
Rob
the
Zombie's
best
Halloween.
Fucking Halloween.
It was only 2 films, right?
Only 2 films. I didn't like the sequel, but I loved it just the first one.
The first one's kind of fun. I'd rather still watch the original Halloween, because like.
Oh no, I'm down with you on that one. I still enjoy the original, but this one just had a taste that said, yeah,
it's kind of cool seeing his like origins and all that as like the little kid growing up, and then how he like ends up killing something, and then
just
all
giving
that.
a new fresh feel that. Something like that to me makes sense because you're giving a fresh feel. The story's still there, but you're still telling it in a way that's still a element of your own liking and everything like that. Because every idea is not bad. Unless you go on the route of just saying, "Hey, we need money."
They done burned him. They done shot him.
I was waiting for him to throw him into a volcano. I'm not even going to say
done
about you.
all they can do with this man for the past 50 years.
How does you not kill him? How did he end up in jail? You need to explain that. That's how I got it.
I'm telling you, if he comes back from a steel grinder,
I'm gonna say the same stuff. I'm gonna say the same shit. I'm gonna say the same shit that I say about Fast and Furious. Okay, you're playing jokes on me now. I'm done.
It's like South Park. It's like, okay, so it's like the movie ends and he gets killed, and it's like, guess what? I'm back.
Yeah.
We're gonna
like,
do it all over again. Cause like. No, out of the original ones, like I said, I love the original Halloween. That was great. And then I think whenever they did Halloween 2, that one's a lot of fun as well. Always, like I said, I remember catching those on AMC when I was younger. And I was like, man, the part 2 or whatever is like a really fun part where they're at the hospital and everything. Mm-hmm. You get like a couple of good jump scares and then all
about
that.
H20 with Busta Rhymes in it?
I remember seeing that one.
That was a terrible movie.
Oh my God.
That was a terrible movie. I'm like, dang. This movie was so terrible, it went down in history as something to talk about just for kicks and giggles. Just for kicks and giggles. And then you come back to it and think about, like, damn, they really just put Busta Rhymes in a fucking Halloween movie.
Because he insults, like, Michael Myers in one part. Because he walks in, he's like, what are you doing fucking around here? Why are you in that costume? Man. I told you to do whatever.
Yeah.
And then...
Bruh. I said, dog, you damn sure would not have survived in this Crystal Lake. I feel like Jason has, like, the most interesting serial killer thing. Because he's not even a serial killer. He's a fucking zombie. Just walking with a machete and fucking people up, and I'm like, oh, if they cross on his territory, he's fucking you up. He just, bitch, you walking over here?
Yeah, he was another one of them that's just like slow as hell too, and then just catches you.
Yeah,
Jason, he's fast.
Jason's,
he runs after you.
Yeah,
Michael Myers, he walks.
Yeah,
somehow you could run 10 miles, and he'll find you.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Every time. And with that theme,
Just walking, bro.
Just like, huh?
Yeah, it's like, God forbid you crash a car, because then he just shows up like right there, and like the doors are locked and everything.
Yep, and he's just staring at you like, dog, like there's nothing else.
Bro, you can fly halfway across the world, and he'll get you within 24 hours.
Somehow he gets you.
No, he's there whenever you get there.
Yeah. He at the airport waiting for you to get off, and he's right next to the freaking Shake Shack. Like, oh wow. Yo.
I'm about to say, it's easy to me. It's easy to survive a Halloween movie, bro. He just walks, run Run.
Just get out of town.
Just
man.
get out of town.
Yeah.
Drive as far as you can.
Yeah.
Like it's
It
easy
might
to
take-
survive a Halloween movie to me.
Yeah.
But if he gets a hold of you, because that motherfucker's strong.
Oh yeah. No,
That's
he's always lifting
supernatural
someone up with one hand, and
Bro.
someone's skull's getting crushed.
If he gets a hold of you,
You're done.
it's a wrap.
You're done. You're done. No, I think the most terrifying movie I know you won't survive is Freddy Krueger.
Oh yeah, because you can't, because you gotta go to sleep.
Oh
Yeah.
he got you one way. Oh man, because we're talking about horror. One movie, like, because I was always like afraid to watch this when I was a kid, and I just finally got it like too. I was like, this is actually like a fun movie. Was The Exorcist and all that? And have you guys ever watched that one?
Yeah, the original one. Yeah, from
Yeah,
the
no,
70s.
I haven't seen any of the other ones. I don't think, but no. Like I said, I was always like, man, I don't want to like see the devil and being possessed. That's not my thing.
You know,
but the
the thing
story's good.
The scary movies for the past couple of years haven't been that great.
Yeah.
Especially the ones about demons and shit like that.
Because
They haven't been that great.
rehash of the same shit that they originally did. Like,
Yeah, they've had too many exorcism movies come
Yeah,
out right now.
like-
Like each year, like the devil's trying to possess a new kid or something.
I mean, the only thing that's really been good is the Conjuring universe and Insidious.
Insidious is terrifying.
I was gonna say, man, my favorite horror that's come out recently is The Witch. That you haven't seen that? That was an independent film that came out. I don't know if
Anya
it was like
Taylor-Joy in it?
2012 or 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see?
The blonde. It was a Robert Eggers like first big like, but I think he only had like $1 million budget, which I mean to us that's still like a big budget,
Greatest
but to
horror
Hollywood
film-
and all that, it's like
the
pocket
greatest horror
change.
film of all time. I don't care what nobody says. The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, the Blair Witch.
Yeah,
Project
That,
is really good.
that movie is like, how are you surviving this? You're not. You might as well call it an end. Say, hey God, I'm here. Take me now.
Yeah, when that came out too, because I was, what year did that come out? Was it 98 or something?
99.
99, so I was 8 years old when that came out. And again, my mom's never really been into horror movies and stuff, so when I was a kid, I always loved Halloween, which is like the funny thing, right? Because like not being into horror, but I was like, I don't want to watch, I didn't want to be scared or whatever, but I loved Halloween because I could scare other people. That was probably the thing. But, shit, what were we talking about? What movie was this one?
Blair Witch.
Blair Witch, yeah, but no, whenever that when that came out, like I remember all the kids were talking about it because it was like I think the first found footage of like that time, and so a lot of people believed it, especially kids like my age are like, oh yeah, and those.
I believed it.
I was thinking this shit was real. I was like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
my God.
I think the budget for that film was what, only...
I think it's like
Oh, it was
10K,
big.
right?
It was big. It was big. I think about 20.
Really, I thought it was only like 10,000 or something
No,
like
I
that.
think it was 20K.
You could damn near not have anything go out there. We can make that right now on our cell phone. Literally,
Yeah,
just go in
yeah,
the middle
yeah.
of nowhere
Yeah.
and make that. But yeah, it was a very small amount, and it made like hell of money at the box office.
Yeah.
It was
I
a
got-
huge return,
I
huge
got
hit,
A huge freaking hit. That 100, was it close to 100 million?
something like that.
It made
Bruh.
it made buco bucks.
It's dog. They're still talking about this. It made so much money that the freaking people who made it were able to just sit back and just do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
They ain't gotta do shit.
No. Remember, they barely got any money from that film.
Oh,
Remember that?
Oh, right.
Now
Never
what happened?
mind.
I didn't know this.
Never
I knew
mind.
that they made a lot of money, but like just
The
like
film made money. The actors didn't make
Didn't make
shit.
shit.
Oh yeah, well, no, but I'm talking about the producers and the director and everybody probably made it, but the
Yeah.
actors, yeah, they're not going to make anything. But that's one of those things too, is like no one probably foresaw it making that much. They were probably like, well, we hope this gets like something.
It was just fun.
and whatever. Yeah, it's like we're trying to make a good movie here, and then it just like took off and everything.
Yeah.
That was another one of those. But word of mouth, I think, like got that
It was
one a lot.
huge. It's a huge thing in this industry. That's a very huge thing in this industry. Word of mouth is the key to anything and
Oh, yeah.
everything. And if you ain't talking about it, you ain't nothing about it. It's just the sad thing to really say about this thing. But it's like, okay, makes sense to an extent if you're a businessman and everybody's trying to be business. So
Yeah.
if you understand this aspect, okay, because you can see what's good and what's not. And right now, they're just trying their best to see how they can rehash that shit. Because Blair Witch had a sequel, and I said that sequel sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember trying to watch it, and it was. I was glad they took the sequel in a different direction because they didn't shoot it like found footage. That one they shot it like how you shoot a regular movie following a plot, and it looked like it looked like it'd be good the way it started out. I was like, okay, this might be, but then however it got, I was like, oh, this isn't that good at all, man. It's
I don't know. I ever since Blair Witch, found footage has been like the most coolest way of shooting a movie because you're shooting it from just one perspective. Like I give props and love to these movies that came afterwards. Cloverfield is one of them.
That's a fun one, yeah.
That was the funnest one. And I said, yo, okay. Then Project X, damn.
I never saw that, but I don't know. I didn't like the way that they were selling it, bro. I like what's
the greatest like
really
film.
It made me say, if House Party was rebooted like this, I would damn sure would say, yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'll check it out, but I like the movies like Animal House and Revenge of the Nerds too much, and I was like, man, they're gonna make this suck ass movie. And that was when I was in college at the time.
Wilder.
And I kinda didn't like all the I hated that band LMFAO and all that, like, and all this like music that was out. Like I didn't get into Gangnam Style and all that. So I just remember there's some music I like Jay-Z and like rock and like some stuff that was like out. But I remember like a few years ago being like, man, I wish we had Kendrick and shit like that when I was in college. I was in college when there was all this like suck ass music. Not that I didn't have like a fun time, but it was like I think music adds a whole lot. And so like all of some of the joke music is what I'd call it. I was like, I'm not into this. I'm not into it. So that's why I didn't see like Project X because I was like, I just had to feel like it was gonna piss me off or whatever.
I say for anybody, I say it like this in general. For anybody, every filmmaker, every writer should just watch the movies you hate to. No, I'm kidding you. Because as much as I hate the Fast and Furious, I watch it, and I actually find like myself going like, okay, family.
What do you get from watching a movie you don't like?
Man, just the fun giggles and just looking at even sometimes even this, seeing what can work for your film. If they can do it, that means you can do it. So I want to use a tank. I want to do some stuff like that, but make it make sense because it's like. It just, to me, I felt I was watching a story. Every story has its own thing. So let me get to that. I felt like I was watching a story that just really was just trying to keep some characters or a franchise alive. And it was something else. I didn't think of this as this. That's why I look at, damn, what were we just talking about? Because that's what I'm going back to.
Just fun movies or whatever?
Yeah, fun movies. No, it's one specific movie. I'm not worried about it. Yeah. But it's something like that.
Well, I know you were talking about like Fast and the Furious, but you're trying to get back to another one?
No, back to the found footage.
Gotcha, okay.
That's what I meant back to. That's why I feel found footage. Not many movies deserve sequels that can actually stick up to that.
Yeah.
Or just, oh yeah, let's go rehash this into something else. I feel like it just doesn't have... I can't say it. I'm trying to think of the word.
Oomph. I'm trying.
I'm trying to think of that word, but you hit it on the point.
All right.
The oomph. It doesn't have the oomph. It doesn't have that hit. It just trash.
I got you. See, that's like me, man. I'm definitely more like plot, like oriented story. I want to see good shots and everything. I love that, but sometimes I'm like, man, this is just dumb. I'm not into this at all.
But coming back to also another thing good with even music, just I don't know. I'm different. Yeah.
I got you, but no, like I said, like with Project X, that's just the main reason why I didn't really want to see it. Is like I was like, man, the Animal House and like Revenge of the Nerds, those are like good college movies. I'm like, they're just gonna fuck this one up somehow. I didn't realize it was like handheld, which I mean that's a cool like aspect. I get that. But I don't know. Did you ever see the movie Diary of the Dead? It was a George Romero zombie movie, but they shot it. That's probably my favorite found footage because it's all it's all handheld camera. Dude, that shit's really good. I liked it a hell of a lot.
Okay. Did some of the I'm trying to think because I might have some of the shots like on a football. They were at a school and they were killing some zombies or something like that.
There's like
On
a couple of
football
scenes
field.
where they're in they're not on a football field, but they're in the dorm room for a couple of them. But there's no one ever on a football field or anything. I think you're thinking of Zombieland or something like that,
okay,
maybe.
okay,
Because I know
okay.
that opens with that.
Okay. Shit. Okay.
Since we're, you gotta go to the restroom, or you about ready?
I got something I gotta do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Real quick, since it's I'll go ahead and end with this kind of like questions. Since we were talking about horror and it's Halloween and everything. So, what is your like favorite kind of like horror film and like style of shot? Because I know while you're thinking else, like just kind of like maybe this will help. Because like I was saying, I like The Witch a lot because what I liked is because they didn't show you too much of what was scary, but the whole atmosphere I felt was what was like really spooky. So you kind of felt like whatever was like in the wood line or whatever, you just kind of had that sense of like, I'm okay right now, but I'm still kind of in danger. And I think I like that as well as like the mystery of like the eeriness. So that's like kind of my style of horror and stuff that I like.
I would, for mine, and I'm gonna go with one movie.
All right.
Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers had a very unique eeriness to it that was like, okay, you can't stop this thing. No matter what you do, you can't stop this thing. And that thought process was like, okay, you're in a situation like this, and you can't stop this. You can't kill it. You can't take it to jail. You can't do none of that. I think that eeriness that it came with, like the mystery of, oh, we think we know what this is, but then it turns out to be something entirely worse.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my style. And then some of the shots, I guess it comes from possibly another horror film. That's a unique question, but I can say, have they used Dutch angles in a horror film? That is a question I'm going to ask. Okay.
I'm sure somewhere they probably have.
Yeah. I just like the unique of the eeriness that Jeepers Creepers had. It was just like, okay, this thing is terrifying.
I got you.
This
How
is
about-
real terror. Okay.
For me, it's I mean, maybe it's not my favorite, but I'm just amazed by making movies for nothing, and
Yeah.
it just turns into like this $100 million box office hit. So the first Paranormal Activity,
Oh,
okay.
man.
yeah,
Man.
made it for nothing,
Man. Yeah.
and look at it.
Right.
That's
It's a whole
and that's
franchise.
another found footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. And you don't have much going on in that either, other than it's like cabinets and stuff are all just being slammed. I remember watching that the other day. It's like, it'll make you jump because nothing's
Yeah.
happening, and all of a sudden, boom, it all opens. But
Yeah, Toby the Demon.
Toby the Demon.
Toby, yeah.
Oh, man.
It was fun.
All right, anything else as you get everybody goes? Check out AK Film Group online.
Yes, on YouTube and on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
It's a lot of fun.
All right,
wait.
well, thank you guys for coming down. I'll go ahead and say that's a wrap for this one.
Yeah,
Appreciate you,
thank you so
Pharoah,
much.
T.K.E.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Airric,
you.
hell yeah.
Our people.
All right.
Nosotros trabajamos duro.